Corey Jenkins on Brad Thompson. Brad Thompson looking inside, picks up his dribble, finds Eric Jones. Bison really haven't worked the ball inside very well tonight.
I think you're going to see something from Spencer here. Very good follow by Lamont.
Yeah, Spencer Wright misses the shot, but Lamont Ford with the tap in.
Boy, Lamont just really uses he plays around above the rim so well. It's almost like a playground to him.
Going to be a foul called. Foul called on Ian Phillip, Bison basketball. That's Ian Phillip's third foul.
Well, here you see Spencer's shot here, Kerry, and the tip in by Lamont. You just see how far he gets up, and it makes it look like child's play.
Lamont Ford, a 6'8" junior forward out of Houston, Texas, a lanky fellow, but very, very good inside. Gets up on the boards and can slam with authority.
He's a dunk machine, Kerry. It's just unreal.
Eric Jones on the inside with a nice move, makes his way to the glass for two. Corey Jenkins with the basketball for the Chiefs. The Bison trailing by 5. That was Eric's 17th point. Corey Jenkins for 3. Won't go. Spencer the right one now with the rebound, pushing the ball up court. Inside for a layup and a dunk!
Oh my God.
A dunk. Spencer Wright just dunked all over Corey Jenkins and made him like it.
Boy, Kerry, that's just unbelievable. Spencer's just such a step-up player. That's just something that's really gonna help the game there a lot. It's gotten the crowd back excited. That's an outstanding play by Spencer Wright.
That's Bison basketball at its best. Spencer Wright slamming it.
Here we'll see a replay of that dunk. You can't really see it too well, but you see Spencer just get up and slam it right over those two.
Massive dunk by Spencer Wright. The fans are totally going nuts now, except for the OCU fans.
I think that's an outstanding play. Just to bring up the morale, not only of the crowd, but of the whole team in general. I think everyone's going to step up their play. It's something that always gets me excited to see something like that happen.
Oh, a dunk is very much psychological in essence. I mean, in-your-face kind of dunk especially, Bob.
Oh, my gosh. That's such an intimidation factor. It's not even funny. I don't think OCU expected anything like that tonight.
Bison basketball here at the Noble Complex. Check it out, Channel 30. 11:29 to play in the second half, in the final minutes of the ball game. We're going to see a great ball game. I got a feeling. 3 points down are the Bison, 67-64. They're coming back. I can feel it deep down inside.
Oh, I think you're just going to see the momentum pick up definitely, Kerry. It's just unbelievable how much the crowd is back into it. I think all the players out on the court are they're ready to go, they're ready to play, they're ready to really get down to business.
And that's the thing, Bob, when the fans are back into it, you know as a player you get back into it.
Oh, it makes things so much greater. It just really gets the adrenaline pumping. You know, you score, the crowd goes nuts. It's just something you just really love to hear.
OCU basketball, Corey Jenkins with the ball up top of the key. Over to Brian DeBose. That's Walsh Jordan with the basketball. Steal by Eric Jones. Lost
almost
it.
a good
Ian
defensive
Phillip
play.
Corey Jenkins with the ball back top of the key. Walsh Jordan for 3. Won't go. Spencer Wright with the rebound. Bison are back in business.
Well, you can just hear the difference in the crowd now.
Eric Jones puts up a 3, and errant shot wouldn't go.
I don't think that'll be much of a deterrent. I think the OBU players are too determined to take this to OCU now and take this game to them.
Probably wasn't the shot to take by Eric Jones, but nonetheless.
A tremendous block there by Lamont. That's a great play by Lamont. He's always been very well at that.
Massive block shot by Lamont Ford all over Ian Phillip. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to be OCU basketball.
Talk about an in-your-face play.
Spencer Wright with the jump. Spencer Wright taking it home.
You can tell how much the crowd just loves that and how much this has really changed the tempo of the game.
Spencer Wright jammed that one home after Brian DeBose missed a slam. This is the ball game. It's 67-66. OCU. Corey Jenkins with the basketball. Won't go. Eric Jones with the rebound. Bison have a chance to take the lead for the first time since the very first few minutes of the ball game.
I think definitely OBU's ready to play now. This is definitely changing the momentum of the game. It's just so unreal.
Exciting basketball here. Bobby Funk, Gene Butler, Kerry Hilliard on hand. 67-66. The Bison trailing by 1 with the basketball. Great ball game thus far.
Kerry, OBU's just always been such a good comeback team as it is. They've always been known as scrappers. The call might be a setback, but I think OBU will handle it.
It's going to be a travel call on Brad Thompson. It's going to be OCU basketball. Another classic OCU-OBU game thus far. I hope it's all the way to the finish, wire to wire. A good game.
Oh, I think it will be, Kerry. I think OBU's never been one to let go. They've always been able to bring it back from the brink.
Corey Jenkins takes the shot, won't go. Brad Thompson, the midget in with the trees, gets the rebound. Brad Thompson, a small player, but plays quite large.
Oh, he plays so big when it comes to terms of thinking of the game and coming in and playing smart basketball.
Spencer Wright loses the handle on that ball. Looking for a shot or some kind of pass inside. Ball out. It's going to be OCU basketball. Spencer the right one now. Lost the handle on that. OCU basketball. OBU trailing by 1. It's OCU 61, OBU 66.
I think now you're seeing just a battle of the two teams, Kerry. You're seeing it go back and forth, missed shots, turnovers here, turnovers there. I think right now you're seeing great basketball.
Great basketball is exactly right. Walsh Jordan with the basketball for the Chiefs. Into Brian Hopgood. He turns to the left that time and sunk that basket.
Yeah, Hopgood's definitely changed his game up. He's using his left side more, which is something you don't really see. He's using that left hook, which he's not accustomed to.
OBU turnover, and it's going to be Chief basketball. Brad Thompson trying to find Eric Jones inside, nothing doing. Coach Bob Hoffman calls a timeout here. Not really a momentum change. It's 69-66, a three-point ball game, Bob.
Well, I think he wants to avoid OCU getting on a run, and he may have seen that happen with the last point. So he wants to calm everybody down, get everything back under control.
Gene Butler, what do you say? This ball game's been great so far.
It has been a dandy. OBU has done what they need to do. They've got the crowd back into the game. It's a good ball game right now, and it just depends on who's going to execute late in this game, who's winning this game. Monster dunks by Spencer Wright, and that's the key to get the team going and get everybody going. So whoever executes in this ball game, late in this ball game, will win this basketball game.
There you have it from Gene Butler. 8:22 to play in the ball game. 69-66 Chiefs lead. Number 1 OCU versus number 8 Oklahoma Baptist University. It's been a dandy so far. We're all excited. The fans are just going nuts here. You can hear the OBU fans and the OCU fans going crazy. A classic rivalry. Who's going to win it? Who wants it most?
Well, I'm just overwhelmed by Spencer Wright and his abilities. He's a tremendous player, and to see him just more or less throw it home those last two times, it's just unbelievable.
Throughout the course of this year, we haven't seen Spencer Wright dunk very much, and he just came up with 2 huge dunks in a huge game.
He's a great clutch player. He's demonstrated that time after time.
Corey Jenkins with the basketball. Play has resumed. Inside to Brian Hopgood. Hopgood with that patent turnaround, won't go. Eric Jones almost rebounded. Couldn't get it. Walsh Jordan's got the ball.
See, there you can see how rebounding is just a huge factor in this game. And how much rebounding can change the momentum of the game.
Brian DeBose, Lamont Ford guarding him. Corey Jenkins puts up the shot, won't go. It's going to be a foul on Brian Hopgood, and it's going to be OBU basketball.
Well, that's a really good chance for OBU to really change the momentum. That's only a second foul, but still that's a bit of a setback. I think you can definitely see the change in OBU's defense. They're much more up in the shooter's face. They're contesting those shots, which I don't care how good your shooter is. That's still going to set him off a little bit and make him a little nervous.
OBU basketball. Brad Thompson over to Eric Jones. You're seeing that. Bison looking for some points here, trying to get the ball inside. Hasn't really been happening too much tonight. Eric Jones, they're trying to get Eric Jones. It's not working. Spencer Wright with the ball. Over to Eric Jones now. He's got the ball. Over to Lamont Ford, and he loses the handle. On the way up for the dunk, he loses the handle. Ball out, OCU ball.
Even though that play wasn't completed, you still see Eric gets doubled there, and the first thing he does is look for the open man. That's definitely the kind of play they're going to have to keep exhibiting to win this game.
Ball out off of Lamont Ford's knee. Going to be another foul called on Brian Hopgood. Eric Jones guarding him.
Boy, that's his third foul, and you just see how close they're calling it inside and how they're watching out for those postmen down there. I play in the inside, and I necessarily really like to play rough, but I also know what it's like when they want to call close, which is good for OBU right now since their size is so overwhelming.
That's Brian Hopgood's third foul. OCU's fifth team foul. OBU with 3 team fouls. Quinn Wilders with the ball. Inside to Eric Jones. Couldn't get the handle. It's going to be OCU basketball as Brian Hopgood comes up with it.
Boy, OCU's really stepped it up defensively. Both teams really have really well.
OBU basketball.
We've seen
ball went out of bounds off Wash Jordan's knee also.
Yeah, we've seen turnover after turnover, and it's you don't realize how much ball pressure can really do for you. I think that's the main factor is we kept such good ball pressure on OCU, and OCU's such good ball pressure on us that it's caused these turnovers.
It's really just great defense, Bob, as we just saw another great move by Eric Jones. It's been great defense that's put OCU ahead, and it's been great defense that's kept OBU in the ballgame.
That's the truth, Gary. And you just see Eric Jones. You see Eric Jones, just his masterpiece of work down in the lane right there. He just takes it right to the hole so strong. Nobody can really stop him.
I mean, you could tell from half court that he was going to the hole, and no one could stop him.
Oh, you can say once he's determined, there's no chance for the other player.
Foul called on Quinn Wilders. Brian Hopgood shoots the first of 2 free throws. Knocks that one down. Let's see if he can get the second one.
There again, you see Quinn's determination to make Hopgood earn those points.
OCU 71, the Bison 68. Spencer Wright with the basketball. Puts it up and in for the reverse layup. It's 71-70. OBU's right there hanging tough.
You see Spencer Wright is just unbelievable. He's so smooth in what he does, and he just sees the open spot so well.
Great ball game so far. 6 minutes to play in the ball game. Inside to Brian DeBose. Great defense by Lamont Ford. Just a great defensive ball game all the way around both teams.
Oh, the defensive effort of both teams has just been outstanding. I'm so impressed. OBU's really stepped it up this second half. They know what they've had to do. They've pressured the shooters, but still keeping the pressure on the inside.
Timeout on the floor. OCU with the timeout. OCU up 71 over OBU, who has 70. The Bison neck and neck with OCU pretty much throughout the ball game. Been a dandy. Bob Funk, Kerry Hilliard, and Gene Butler on hand. 5 minutes and 57 seconds left in the ball game. What's the most important thing in the last 6 minutes of the ball game, Bob?
Well, I think both teams need to be smart in what they do. They need to watch the fouls. They need to slow the game down, be patient, watch for their execution, watch for the smart shots. They don't need to rush anything. I think they need to pick the defensive intensity up another level. I think if they can do that and shut down OCU, then OBU definitely has a great chance of winning this game.
Gene Butler, your win case right now. Your coach win case. What are you telling your team?
I'm pounding the ball inside. Pound it inside. I don't care. If you get double teamed, the big fella get double teamed. Brian Hopgood, he's made some big buckets down low. I want to pound the ball inside. If they double down, kick it back out. You got Corey Jenkins, Wash Jordan, Elijah Maxey. Those guys, all those guys are capable of hitting the three. So if I'm winning case, that's what I'm telling them. With Brian DeBose as well. Those guys are strong down there. So if I'm winning case, pound it inside, get double teamed, kick it out for the three.
Okay, Bobby Funk, you're Coach Hoffman. What did you just tell your team before they came on the floor?
I think tell the team, don't let them get into your head. Be careful in what you do. Be smart, but still be intense on defense as possible.
Corey Jenkins with the basketball, OCU ball, top of the key. The fans are just going nuts. It's a great ball game, another classic OBU-OCU rivalry. Corey Jenkins couldn't get that one to go, but Brian DeBose slams it home. over Quinn Wilders.
Big dunk by DuBose there. I don't think it's really going to put much of a dent in OBU's morale, but it's put a dent in OBU's crowd, I think.
Gene Butler called that when he said a monster dunk coming soon. But Eric Jones answers that call. Eric Jones right back in your face, baby.
Of course, then again, there's Eric's answer. There's OBU, like I said, they've always been a tough team. One to always take on the challenge and just scrap to the end.
OCU basketball into Brian DuBose. Back outside. Lamont Ford with the block shot. Couldn't get the handle before the ball went out of bounds. It's going to be OCU basketball.
Boy, that's just a great defensive play there. And you can see Lamont's ability. He's so good at his timing and his jumping ability is just unreal. There's just long arms seem to just reach out and grab the ball.
Great basketball body. At any rate, Corey Jenkins with the basketball outside. The hot man for OCU. Inside Brian DuBose. DuBose with a little turnaround, and it's good.
DuBose hits a tough shot there. He hit it over Lamont. I know from practicing against Lamont, it's so difficult to be able to hit a shot against him, especially if he's got his hands straight up. You just really can't see over him.
Eric Jones for three. No rebounders inside the basket. Wouldn't go, and OBU thus doesn't have the rebound. So Corey Jenkins with the basketball for OCU. Out on the side, over to Elijah Maxey inside to Brian Hopgood. That's going to be the fourth foul on Brian Hopgood. Fourth offensive foul on Brian Hopgood.
That's definitely a good call. Brian Hopgood, he's been doing that all night. They've really watched him down low, and I think it's an important thing that here you see it. You see Hopgood. He's going to catch the ball down low. He's going to catch it here. He's going to take that step, and he just lowers his shoulder right into Lamont. You know, Lamont's not a big guy anyway, but still, to knock somebody down like that, that's a great call.
Brad Thompson over to Eric Jones for the layup. Won't go. Actually, the ball did go down, but it's going to be an offensive foul on Eric Jones.
That's a tough call. That's almost the same call you saw down on the other end against Brian Hopgood. That's definitely a hard call to make, but I think it was fair.
Either way, we've seen a lot of offensive fouls on both sides of the court for both teams.
Yeah, it just signifies, you know, the offensive intensity, you know, willingness to take it to the hole no matter what and take it to the hole strong.
Great matchup here. Corey Jenkins spreading the defense out, trying to play a little stall, maybe get a little bit of air in these players. They've been running up and down the court pretty fast pace.
I think you're right, Kerry. It's, you know, they've been playing pretty hard and pretty intense, and it can wear on you.
Corey Jenkins pulls that one up and nails that jumper.
What OBU has to do here really is just keep that intensity and be able to get a hand in this shooter's faces.
Eric Jones with a three-pointer from the side there. 78-75, OCU up by 3.
That's a big point there, Kerry. That's a big bucket. That's, you know, it keeps their fire spark and keeps them going. I think that's definitely was a good shot for Eric.
As Lance Johnston would say, that was large. Big basket by Eric Jones, leading scorer for the Bison thus far tonight. OCU with a rebound, rebounded his own shot and put it right back up there.
There again, you know, you see, we got to rebound. That's key. You got to block out and be able to rebound, get those points. Great shot by Lamont Ford. That's cornerstone of his career. He's always used that shot. He's just great at it.
The Bison trailing by 3. OCU 80, Oklahoma Baptist University 77. 3 minutes left to play in this ball game. Shot there by Brian DuBose. Gonna have a timeout on the floor as the ball got loose. OBU basketball trailing by 5. Another classic OBU-OCU rivalry. The house is packed here. I hope you've enjoyed this ball game here on the Bison Sports Network. Brad Thompson with the basketball for the Bison.
Boy, Kerry, the tenacity of both teams has just been unreal tonight. I'm just overwhelmed. I love watching OBU play just because of they just scrap until the end and fight and fight and fight. And they don't give up. And OCU, give credit to them too. They've been the same way all night.
Spencer Wright couldn't get that shot to go. Brad Thompson going to be charged with the foul as Brian DuBose went up for the slam. It's going to be 2 shots.
Here again, Kerry, you see OBU's determination to make the OCU earn those points.
That was the 4th foul on Brad Thompson, number 10. We've got a timeout on the floor. Bob Hoffman signaling the referees over. He wants to have a chat with the referees. 5-point ball game. The Chiefs up 82-77 over the Bison. 1:57 to play. I mean, you're down by 5, Gene. What are you saying? We're looking at the Bison here. What is Hoffman always telling you guys?
Well, it's a lot of time left in this ball game. This ball game is far from over. This kid, Coach Hoffman, I think he called a timeout right there to try to ice this kid from the free throw line. But still, you still got to go with your game plan. You can't get away and try to start shooting threes and shoot yourself in it. But it's a lot of time left. Get the ball inside. Just play basketball. That's all you have to do. Play basketball down through here and execute. I can't emphasize enough how much you need to execute this late in the game to draw fouls, go to the free throw line, and that's where you win your ball games at. The team that shoot the most free throws generally win the ball game.
There you have it. It's 82-77. You got your score on the board. 1 minute, 57 seconds left to play. Bob, what do you think, man? I'm flabbergasted. I don't know what to say.
I think Gino's right in his assessment. You know, you want it. The timeout's good. Let's take time and try and get the players under control. Tell them calm down. Be smart. Just play basketball. Don't try anything fancy. Just be very fundamental.
Brian DeBose shooting 2, misses the first of 2. Bob Hoffman's strategy might have paid off there. Actually, if that was his strategy, it did pay off for the first shot. Let's see what happens on the second one. DeBose shooting the second of 2. Misses it as well. Lamont Ford with the rebound. Great strategy by Bob Hoffman. He's a genius. What can we say?
That's just a great foul there, you know. It made him earn his points, and really, since he didn't, it worked out well.
Brad Thompson, a smart player. Quinn Wooldridge for 3. Won't go, but he was fouled. He'll shoot 3 free throws.
Quinn, you see they're pulling one from deep out there. He never has been one to back down from something like that.
NBA range. He'll shoot 3 anyhow as Elijah Maxey fouled him. It's going to be 3 shots for Quinn Wooldridge. Quinn Wooldridge shooting 84.4% from the line, almost a given here.
Quinn, a great free throw shooter. Great percentage. Is just ice from the free throw line. He always has been good.
Hits the first one. 1:40 left to play in the ball game. The Bison trailing by 4 now. Wooldridge hits the second one, rattled that one in. It went down nonetheless. The Bison trailing now by 3. Could be a 2-point ball game if this free throw goes down. And Wooldridge, calm as can be, steps up and hits that last free throw. Corey Jenkins with the basketball. 2-point ball game.
Another classic OBU game. Right down to the line, playing hard. Just a great exhibition of basketball.
Fans are all on their feet. The house packed, and all the fans up from their seats. 3-pointer won't go for Elijah Maxey. It's going to be ball out. Actually, a foul going to be called on Lamont Ford. It's going to be OCU.
That's a really tough call to make there, Kerry. I don't think necessarily that was a good call. I mean, I'm not down there, but I don't think the referee was really in the position. But it was a foul nonetheless, and hopefully you can get Hopgood to miss these shots.
Well, the referee down there on the baseline didn't call a foul, and the one with probably the worst angle did call it. So
yeah, it's just one of those things. It's kind of a setback, but you have to overcome it. Things like that are going to happen in games.
There you have it. Timeout on the floor. Bob Hoffman calls timeout. It's 82-80. OCU up by 2. 1 minute and 18 seconds left to play, and this game is far from over.
Well, I'm really surprised. I mean, this has been a great, really fair game as far as referees go. The calls on each side have been really good, and there's not really any calls that have gone either which way for either team. Usually, having played for Hoffman, I kind of know, you can usually gauge how good the refs are by how much he screams.
Gene, let me ask you this. Does OBU or do any teams, I guess, base their abilities, base their status on how well they match up with OCU?
Well, I don't know necessarily that. I mean, OCU, they're going to be a team that always have talent. So I think that as far as talent, I think OCU always have the talent. but you have to get a group of guys that may not be as talented as OCU, but play together. If they play hard and play smart and play together, they can be successful against OCU. As you know, year before last, OBU beat those guys 3 times, and I thought that OCU was definitely had more talent. So you definitely have to play together against these guys to beat them.
Ryan Hopgood shooting the first of 2. Actually, it's 1-1, and it won't go. Lamont Ford with the rebound. Brad Thompson bringing the ball up court. It's a 2-point ball game. All the fans are on their feet. The house is full, and the house is on their feet. It's crazy in here. Eric Jones with the basketball. The Bison trailing by 2. 1 minute to play in the ball game.
Right there you see a tough turnover, Kerry. It's one of those things where maybe you kind of rush the play a little bit. Something happened on the court.
Eric Jones throws the basketball away. I don't know if he was fouled or what, but a timeout is called by the Chiefs. Something's going on the court. Coach Hoffman doesn't like it. Anyhow, it's going to be OCU basketball. An odd pass to make cross court.
It really is, Kerry. I was kind of surprised to see it. I thought maybe it might have reversed to the point and then around, but I don't know. It's really a tough call to make when you don't know what's going, when you can't really be on the court and see how the play's forming.
Gene, was there some pushing going on down there? I didn't see anything. What happened after that call?
No, Coach Case is arguing. He has a good point too. Ron Hopgood was supposed to shoot 2 free throws, and they gave him a 1-and-1. He was fouled on the act of shooting, and instead of a 1-and-1, which is 7 fouls, he was supposed to shoot 2. So that's what Coach Case is arguing about.
7 fouls for both teams. Each in the bonus is going to be a 2-shot for each foul now. 2 shots no matter what. 59 seconds left to play in this ball game. The Bison trailing by 2. It's 82-80, and it's OCU basketball. Everyone on their feet. A lot of noise. It's been a great and exciting ball game, and a lot of tension here as the closing moments, closing seconds of this ball game wind down. Oklahoma Baptist University ranked 8th in the nation at 20-2, and OCU ranked number 1 in the nation in the NAIA at 18-0. Who's going to win this ball game?
Here's a replay of the last foul. Here comes, I don't know. I'm not really sure what happened. I really can't see. More or less, I think it was just a turnover.
Corey Jenkins with the basketball for OCU. 50 seconds to play. Bison need to get the ball, need to stop OCU, need to score. A 3-pointer would be good. The Bison really needing to win this basketball game, wanting to, driving to. But OCU's had the same drive to win it as well. A great matchup, another classic OCU-OBU basketball game. Jenkins top of the key. 7 seconds left on the shooting clock. Elijah Massey shoots that ball. Lamont Ford comes down with the rebound. 23 seconds left in the ball game. The Bison down by 2. Brad Thompson with the basketball over to Spencer Wright. 17 seconds left to play. Quinn Wilders with the ball, freshman. Out to Brad Thompson. Working the ball inside. Thompson out to Wilders for 3. It's good. It's good.
Oh my gosh. Quinn made the shot.
OBU hits a 3-pointer. There's 5 seconds left to play. OBU basketball has just rocked the world.
Oh my gosh, Larry, this is just a great play, great play. Here you're gonna, I think maybe we'll see it on slow-mo here in a second. That's just an outstanding look by Brad Thompson, and just it's a way of Quinn, great play by Quinn Wilders just to step up and nail that shot.
Quinn Wilders nails that 3-pointer in a clutch situation.
Here you see the play here. Quinn gets rid of the ball. He pops right back out to 3-point line. Brad dribbles in here, sees Quinn out in 3-point line, passes it out. Quinn just steps up, nails the shot. It's a great play and a great look by Brad Thompson.
You could tell they were looking for Quinn Wilders all the way. The hot hand tonight. The man has over 20 points. He's been rocking from the court and from the 3-point range. 5 seconds left to play in this ball game. OBU up by 1, 83-82. 5 seconds left to play. You got to watch out for Brian DeBose or Corey Jenkins to shoot the three-pointer.
This is definitely going to test OBU's mettle. They're really going to have to get down and fight for this win. They're 1 point ahead, and it's time where you don't want to foul, especially the good shooters.
There's a whole lot of time left to play right now. A lot of time left.
5 seconds is a very long time in a 1 point game.
Everybody's on their feet. Excitement is definitely in the gym. We can barely see over the people in front of us. I hope you'll excuse us for screaming. We just get a little bit excited too. OBU is in a great position here to win this ball game, obviously.
Oh, definitely, Kerry. I think OBU's definitely demonstrated their ability to